80s nightmare, Killian Jacobs. Taking his time, entering the Nelson Club. And you can tell from his demeanor, the second he steps through the curtain, that he's not there for the fans. In fact, he's telling them to be quiet. No, the 80s Nightmare is there for one person, and that is Killian Jacobs. And dare I say, the only runner-up on that list would be Hotshot Joey Scott, because these two have a score to settle, you better believe. Hotshot Joey Scott had his chance against Terry Izzet, and that man, his former friend, his former comrade, colleague, tag team partner, tag team championship partner, turned on him. First ever tag team champions here at FFW were Hotshot Joey Scott and the 80s Nightmare Killian Jacobs, although they lost those titles 10 minutes later due to some dirty dealing by that man, our general manager, but that's another story for another day. As we await the arrival of Hotshot Joey Scott. Well, I'm sensing a pattern. I'm sensing a pattern with some of these competitors. They can't seem to focus on what's important sometimes. And the Hotshot Joey Scott. Hotshot Joey Scott, seen all around the UK. A competitor that I was privileged to work with and call the action for at LDN Wrestling when LDN came stateside and had a monumental show at the Queen's Theater in New York City. Joey Scott, he knows where he's been. He knows what he's done. He knows what his future holds. But tonight, none of that matters. Nothing matters except the 80s Nightmare, Killian Jacobs. And these two, starting hot, it's a miracle that referee Will Boots has made it this far tonight, folks. Again, Joey Scott in a prime position not too long ago to hold the heavyweight title and lead this company into 2019. But his former tag team partner cost him that opportunity. Killian was the first to strike, but Joey a millisecond later, and these two, talk about not pretty. This is not going to be pretty. Sweeps him right off his feet, does Hotshot. Jockeying for position right now are both men. And rolling into the corner, escaping, does Killian Jacobs. And these two have been teaming together for over a year. As I said, they won the gauntlet to become the first ever FFW Tag Team Champions. They lost those titles 10 minutes later to 410% Awesome after the general manager introduced a surprise 15, but they will always hold the title of being the first ever Tag Team Champions. Now, though, they're looking to set new standards, fighting all across the Nelson Club here tonight. And once again, saying this isn't going to be pretty, that could be an understatement here. As Killian setting Joey up for a chop, missing him! His wrist just spiraling against the steel, and Joey didn't miss. Joey keeping it short, keeping it tight, keeping the space and the distance minute, and now a headbutt. A high knee knocking the wind out of Joey Scott. And again, smacking him face first into the canvas. No title on the line, but bragging rights most certainly will be earned at the end of this one. And you'd think he'd learn his lesson at this point. Oh, he did. I guess I should be happy. While I was happy to give a guy like Terry Izzet his due, while I was happy to give someone like Destiny her due for fighting as hard as they do, it's hard to give a guy like the 80s Nightmare Killian Jacobs any credit for what he's done here in FFW, what he's done to that man, Joey Scott. Now Joey, returning the favor, to say the very least. Missing him, going down below, does Joey. Leaps over, off, nope. Underneath with a roll, and oh my! Unbelievable athleticism, head scissor takedown by Joey, and a stiff forearm and perhaps an elbow in the corner. Super kick by Killian Jacobs. What's Killian got here? Signaling something. Joey, Killian, off the ropes goes Joey. Killian lifted him, but Joey had him and drops him down face first. Staggering into the corner, does the 80s Nightmare, and again, one of those forearms from Joey Scott. Reversing the Irish whip. Float over to the outside. Series of elbows, and now Joey Scott setting his sights. Springboard elbow. 1, 2, just a 2 count. You can't fault the competitors for going for the fall whenever they can, but it's going to take more than that to defeat Killian tonight. And a springboard of his own. Taking a bit too much time right there through no fault of his own did Killian. Didn't have the gas, didn't have the wherewithal to make the cover quite right away, but back to his feet is the 80s Nightmare. And you have to think the final straw for this team was back in Kenilworth when Joey Scott lost the tag match for the next Wave 5. When he didn't go for that tag in the corner now, resulting in Team Hate picking up the win. Arguing with the referee, should be capitalizing. But again, for all the critiques I might make regarding what these guys do inside that ring, you have to put yourself inside their mind with these fans yelling, especially if you're Killian Jacobs. It must be very hard to focus on the matter at hand when every single person in Warwick wants your head! And there goes the head of Joey Scott. Soaking in the dissatisfaction of the FFW faithful is Killian Jacobs, and again taking a lot of time, stomping away. We're looking. We're looking. Dropping the elbow, telling the fans to look, as if the ring isn't set up in the center of the room or anything. Killian needs to spend way less time monologuing and way more time wrestling here. Again. Utilizing every second of the 5 count. Referee Will checking on Joey right there, but Killian close behind. Into the corner. What's this going to be? An Irish whip. Joey Scott's caught himself. Hit Killian with the elbow, and now Joey's up to the top rope where he does his best work. Moonsault for a pinfall. 2 and 3. Just a 2 count. Joey Scott, he went for everything. And he didn't win, but he's still in the game. On the outside once again, perhaps another springboard is in order. But from who? Springboard to springboard, and no! Wait, what? I think Killian caught him. I don't know, folks. If you want to... Whatever happened there, it looked to be that Killian caught Joey with a DDT of sorts. I think Killian probably got the better end of that equation as they both start lumbering to their feet. And I think I might be right based on the fact that Killian seems to be stirring, whereas Joey still is not even in the same ballpark, but knows to fight back. Going blow for blow. This contest has resorted to a round of fisticuffs as Joey Scott off the ropes. A knee! A shot to the knee by Killian Jacobs, and a shot to the face by Joey Scott, setting him up here for the package pile driver, it looks like. No! Face buster, 1, 2, 3. You have to be kidding me. Again, folks, no title on the line here tonight. But both of these men pulling out all the stops, doing whatever it takes. Taking it around the arena and then some. Doing all they can to walk out victorious as Joey Scott. A slap right to the face of his former friend. And a DDT right there. 2 and 3. I'm spellbound by some of this action right there. Like nothing at all, with so much finesse. Killian Jacobs hitting that flip DDT like it's nothing, like that's something we all do. And Joey Scott kicking out of it like he's Superman. And speaking of superheroes, it looks like we're going to see some flying here, or not. Joey Scott stopping Killian Jacobs in his tracks, but Killian, again, this is anyone's game at this point. These two have both been through the ringer, and they're coming out on the other side. Joey Scott, is this going to be a Hurricane Run? Oh my gosh! Off the ropes, and no, it was Backstabber! Backstabber by Joey Scott. 1, 2. And you saw that absolutely unfathomable series of events right there. Joey Scott springboarding off the ropes, and then Killian went for some sort of a lethal injection type maneuver, but hurt himself. Joey Scott capitalized, and now Joey has Killian exactly where he had him just a moment ago, and it looks like he's gonna go. What's he doing? Is he biting him? He was biting him. Killian Jacobs, the 80s Nightmare, biting the face of hotshot Joey Scott, and now a Canadian Destroyer from the top rope. That's it, folks. 1, 2, 3. Have you ever in your life? And that is a man possessed. I don't even know what to say right now after watching that. A more beautiful train wreck I've never witnessed in my life, as Killian Jacobs surprising many of these FFW faithful here in Warwick, England, here at the Nelson Club, surprising perhaps the general manager right there by picking up the victory, Joey Scott. What is this tonight? Joey Scott, another person. Hold on. Am I saying it wrong? It's Warwick, right?
Each and every one of you are better than you, Joey Scott. I am always better than you.
Well, that's debatable.
Hey, Killian! Do you ever look at your baby boy? Huh? Look what you produced! Look what you produced!
Oh, now. Well, this is getting a little too personal right now, Killian. Oh! You don't bring a man's family into it. Killian Jacobs continuing the onslaught. Our general manager and referee Will Boots trying to get involved. And our general manager, I got a lot of negative things to say about him, but he is not. He's not a competitor, that's for sure. Wait, folks, wait a minute. Mrs. Scott's in the ring. Oh, no! No. Folks. Yeah, you better run, you son of a... And Joey Scott, like a bolt of adrenaline, saw his mother go down, and he doesn't have the energy to chase after Killian, but dove to his mother's side. Now referee Will Boots checking on Mrs. Scott. How do you even call the action after something like that? I was going to say Killian Jacobs, a despicable human being for going after our general manager, but not even a human being. Attacking a defenseless woman like Mrs. Scott. This is without question one of the worst things I've ever had to call in my entire career, folks. I don't... Give it up for Mrs. Scott. Give it up for Joey, but give it up for Mrs. Scott. I gotta call my mom. You don't want to see that. You don't want to see that.